19. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
All right. Welcome to Outside the Booth,
Yes.
where we talk to DJs about their life and experiences. I go by the name of DJ Kamish alongside BX.
Hey now.
How you been?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. It's beautiful outside.
It is warm in New York.
Playoffs is coming.
It is playoff time.
It's playoff time.
The games I saw last night were crazy. So that's how you know that it's
play-ins.
the play-in, yeah.
The play-ins
The play-in.
looked better than the playoffs.
Right,
That
right.
first game was crazy last night.
The second game was crazy too.
I fell asleep.
That's why I was late. That's why I was late to my show this morning. But it is what it is. All right. But DWI is here and welcome back. It's been quite a while.
Back. I missed you, D.
Word. It's been quite a while.
Blame it on the penthouse.
He said he's been on the penthouse. Shout out to the whole penthouse
Everybody
crew.
over at the penthouse.
Shout out to them. But today we have a special guest who normally is in the penthouse of this building. He came downstairs to rock with us a little bit for today.
Yes.
The homie, DJ Scram Jones.
Legend.
The legendary Scram Jones.
DJ Scram Jones.
What up, what up?
Did we say DJ? We just say Scram.
We just say Scram. Do you go by DJ Scram
I always
Jones?
get confused because I took the Scram. I was always DJ Scram till I started producing. Then I was Scram Jones was like my producer name.
Oh, okay.
But it could be either. I'm always a DJ at heart, but I produce too. Whatever you want to call me.
How did you get your name? How did you get Scram
my
and then
name-
Scram
So
Jones?
my real name is Mark, M-A-R-C, right? And my last name start with an S. So when I was young, I used to write Mark S on my papers, and I used to write it backwards in the Scram.
Oh.
So I used to as a kid, I used to be like dyslexic, just writing Scram everywhere like a tag. And then by the time I, became my nickname in high school, and I started DJing at like 15, and I was like, all right, I'm DJ Scram. Later on, years later, when I started making beats. People always add extensions to your nickname. Say,
Yeah.
Scram Boogie, Scram Jones, what up? And then the Scram Jones stuck. So when I did my first production, I was like, I don't want to say produced by DJ Scram. I was like, I'll just run with Scram Jones like an alter ego.
Oh, that's
but then it
dope.
just stuck, So
That's
Nah,
dope.
that's dope.
That's dope.
dope.
I love that. I love that.
It's like E. Kim. You spells his name backwards.
Oh,
his name
okay.
is Mike,
Okay.
and there's E. Kim. So that's dope. That's some creative men.
it just happens.
Y'all creative. Y'all creative.
No, that's awesome. That's
So,
awesome.
so for me, I've been following you, and I've been trying not to stalk you since I met you at the Crotona finale.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I got to pick a perfect moment to ask you to come on the show because you were so open to like speaking to me at the
For sure.
park. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's mad cool. I went to commission. I was like, yo, Scram say he gonna do the show.
Yeah.
That.
I was
See
like,
you and Knuckles, and you was like, all right, cool, that's what's up. When you gonna call him?
Nah, I appreciate it. This was the time.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And then the crazy thing is, when I went to DC and I was at the Ghostface Killer show.
Ghost and Ray?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
the tour he's doing right
okay.
now.
Yeah.
So when I seen you, I started recording. I was like, nah, it's time. So
I appreciate that. All right.
yeah. So how's that going? How you love being on tour?
It's fun. It's like, as you guys know, the Wu-Tang following in general is like
A cult.
cult-like.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like the hip-hop Beatles. Now that, they just got into the
Hall of
Hall of Fame.
Fame.
So congrats to the
Yes,
to,
that's
the
dope.
to the legends. But so it's fun to kind of go in that time capsule with the people, like the fans. You'll get a father and a son, or a father and a daughter. You know what I mean? There'll
Yeah.
be two generations there, where Wu-Tanged out, where the kid knows the records, but it's really the father that you could see that the father or the mother put the kid on.
right.
So it's fun because I get to warm it up and play all 90s, and everyone, we're on that same world, same, I guess, age where we used to love the 90s hip hop. So I have fun going through, do my opening set, and then just to be on stage with Ghost is like, that I listened to my high school. Like I always say, like working with these guys that I was fans of as a teenager and had like posters of them on the walls. So it's like to be, producing and DJing for them is always, I always have those moments. So I'm like, this shit is surreal.
That's so
When
dope.
you're on the stage and you're doing these shows, does it how does that feel to you? Like, is it like, damn, I was really a kid listening to these.
Absolutely, and the biggest Wu fan. So it's just irony. It just shows the universe is just crazy. But I feel blessed and gratitude. Like there'll be times where I won't. The flight might be like the next morning. Like I might be on no sleep, and I might and we might have to go to sound check hours before, and we might have to like wait. And there's like a lot of time that's not always per se fun. But then once you get on that stage and you're like, nah, it was worth it.
It was worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, can't take it for granted.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So leading up to this, before you got to this point, what was the grind like? You said you became a DJ at 15 years old.
Yeah.
And you grew up in New Rochelle.
Correct.
How was it getting into the music game and DJing from New Rochelle? Even though it's right there next to the Bronx, but it's
Right,
like
right.
New Rochelle, you wouldn't think a
Right.
DJ like yourself would come out of there. What was that like?
I mean, there's so much hip hop in New Road, you know, and then growing up, you know, Brand Nubian and all that was like our hometown heroes. But I was just a big collector of hip hop since a kid. You know what I mean? Since a kid, since like 5, 6, 7 years old, when I first, even when I was in second grade, I remember like the older kids in elementary school breakdancing with the cardboard and all that. So I would always ask my mom, like, I need breakdancer music. I didn't know it was called hip hop. So I used to think hip hop was called breakdancing music.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, I need some break. So she'd come back and she'd get me the electric breakdance and the breaking soundtrack. But then it would have all the jam on it and the wheels of steel. And I would like get put on, you know, Fat Boys, this, that. So that was my early, you know, so like early in New Rochelle, you know, I was already following it, collecting cassettes, collecting CDs. And then by the time I hit high school, it was about the mixtapes. I used to go to Fordham to get the mixtapes.
Absolutely.
And battle in the lunchroom who got the newest stuff. And I started realizing the DJs always get the new stuff. So my first thing was I'm going to be a DJ to get the new music, not realizing that once I got these toys in my house, it's over. Like I'm going to be playing with them all day.
Right.
But I was more about getting the exclusives. But I had to, you know, I had to prove myself. I mean, I did mixtapes. I had to battle everyone in high school. There was other DJs that were like, you know, doubting me or whatever, and I would be like, all right, come to my mom's house after school, you know. And like,
Instead of fighting, y'all over there mixing.
I would have like the projects in my basement and that, like, because it would be like a whole thing.
Right.
But I proved myself, and you know, and I loved it, and you know, when you have 2 turntables and a mic, it turned into like people coming, you know, freestyling and the 4-track, and that,
Absolutely.
I guess that was like early stages of production where, you know, we always stuck with these instrumentals. So by the time I got out of high school, I was like, you know, I wanted to make beats, and I actually went to school upstate to Ithaca College, and and I wound up clicking with all these guys from Brooklyn. And my freshman year, one of my friends got a beat machine, got a 3000, and I learned to make beats on that. And then the sophomore year, I wound up buying a 2000. So it was all just an evolution from DJing, but really from being a fan, collecting. I always say DJs are the fanatics of the music and collectors first.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was a collector, and then it just turned into DJing.
So what was your mom thinking when you were saying, bring home this?
She wasn't there. You talking about after school?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because we had a basement where I had to set up. So once I like did it with the first like 2 of the homies, whatever, and they would come back with a tape of them like freestyling to Black Moon instrumental or something, and then somebody else in the lunchroom, yo, I got bars too, bro. What's up after school? Like, and it got to the point where I had to like take other exits. Like I was like, I can't go out this side of the high school because they're all waiting for me. I gotta go this way. I got like 10 people like, what's
Waiting
up with
for
after
you.
school? You know, and
So your basement became like a studio.
yeah, like just once the word got out that I had the equipment, and then it's like, you know, and had that freedom and that, you know, it just, basically I had to like.
So when did it click for you? Like, yo, I'm that dude.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I had to pay a lot of dues. There was no ego. If anything, everyone was testing me.
Really?
But you know, and I remember my first gig, I was shook. You know, I remember being shook at the first couple gigs, like, you know, because these kids don't know, like, we're DJing blind, you know, in a sense, because now they're DJing visually.
Right,
so
right,
they don't
right.
get it, like, we're sitting there trying to, like, line songs up, and when you're, like, we don't know BPMs, we're not following away, you know what I mean? So it's like, is it on, like, you know what I mean? But back then, you'd have to come up speakers, the amplifier, the, you know, 4 crates of records, the wires, like, they don't, I keep saying, I don't want to sound like an old dude, but, like, they don't understand the grind was not just pulling up and plugging in and playing. It was having the equipment, setting up the equipment, having the right records, which you had to buy. And I always say like these singles now are basically free for these kids, but if not, it's like 99 cents. Let's just say for MP3. For us, those singles were like $12.
$12 for those records.
Because we need 2 of them.
Yep.
So they were $5 each.
Yep.
Plus tax. Plus you'd have to go commute. I'd have to commute either to the Bronx or to Manhattan.
Yep.
And spend the whole day. So it's like one record is $12. So it's like I was spending every, you know, I made no money as a DJ.
Right.
And I had all these records. That's why when Serato came out, I was like, this is some bullshit. I got all these records. And now they don't even matter. I was like, what? My whole life.
I ain't gonna lie. For me, it was, and this is why I don't play vinyl at spots now. Yeah. For me, I went from having 8 boxes of records going to the clubs and spending $150 in cab fare a night to spending $3
To get
and getting on a train with a backpack.
Oh yeah. Now once I fell in love with it once I got over the,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, got over the resentment of
Right.
that I don't need these anymore. But then when I saw how easy it was, and then
Mm-hmm.
of course being able to have the cue points, and you don't have to worry about record skipping and
Right.
and just all the little tricks and bells and whistles. Like I love to this day. I use every trick I could possibly use on Serato. You know what I mean? Like I love the technology. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Stems and all that stuff now. So,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even stems, yeah. Stems is
Stems are
amazing.
miraculous.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that. That's with the measurements of everything, right on the computer program.
You could take the beats out.
You could take
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you could separate. Like I could just make an acapella out of anything instrumental. So like.
Oh, so that's how y'all do it when y'all DJ and y'all using stems.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They break them down for you.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with DJs. I only go to parties because of the DJ.
love it.
And I never been to a Scram Jones party.
Really?
Ever. The first time I seen you was in Crotona Park, and then when you started mixing, it's like all of them were doing it was like a DJ
Round robin,
cipher.
yeah.
That. So I was like, is this a cipher of DJs? Like, what the heck? And then when you got down and you started moving the mixer with your nose, I was like, oh nah, he going crazy.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I now I have to come to one of your parties, but I'm
Absolutely.
obsessed with y'all, so I know
That's dope.
that is crazy. So when you doing these tours and you getting called for like stuff like with Eminem or Wu-Tang, you know, how did those relationships come to fruition?
Well, Wu-Tang was for production at first. I was producer for Raekwon, early 2000s. You know what I mean? And we just locked in when he was working on Cuba Links 2. When no one thought he would be able to, like, you know what I mean?
Stand on his
So
own.
he brought me in, and
Yeah.
like I really like sat with him and did that album with him. Like not only production, but like put together the skits, all that. Like we were really locked in for months. But then when it was time to go, do his shows and that, I just became his DJ. So in that sense, I was still actually, ironically, was selling beats to Ghost, like through Def Jam. Like I was on Ghostface's album, but I never got up with him. But then by doing shows with Ray, Ghost would be at some of the shows, and I got to get, you know what I mean, cool with him. Like we even did Coachella together, like the Ray and Ghost, which was probably one of my highlights. But it really started for me just, and shout out to Tragedy Gaddafi.
Right.
He was the one that brought me to Raekwon, because that was my original like OG like that I first did beats with, and he brought me to Raekwon's house. And after that, like he actually wound up being locked up or something. Me and Ray just stayed locked in
together.
So, but it started with Ray really, and then the Cuba Links 2 album, and then after that, we just continued. I did the next couple projects with him, and now, ironically, I'm now with Ghost, and help his last few projects and his tour, and I don't know, it just happens, and I love that they're they love the detailing. They love, especially Ghost, like when in regards to his shows, like he thinks like a DJ. He wants like the beats to constantly switch, and like, yo, what would it look if you put the Biz Markie beat in, but then switch this? Like we'll sit there forever, and I'm like, yo, you think like a DJ, you know what I mean?
Right.
So y'all rehearsing and getting it together,
it's
crazy.
So
That's
meticulous. Ray is more about like, people are coming to see the Wu sound. We're gonna give them the Wu sound. You know what I mean? We're gonna give them the RZA sound. Ghost is like, no, we're gonna entertain them. We're gonna put on a Nirvana out of nowhere, or fucking like we'll
Showman.
Have, like,
He's
like,
a showman.
Like, yeah, he's just like he wants energy, whatever it takes. Yo, just drop shook ones in the middle of this, or play a reggae record, or let me rap over. You know what I mean?
Because you definitely did that in DC.
Yeah,
Y'all did that in DC.
It's
Y'all
like
did that in DC.
He gets tired of the old stuff. So I see both sides, because some people want to hear the old stuff, but I get it that some of the old stuff is like dark, and I don't say gloomy, but it's like, it's a dark sound. So it's like he wants to like.
He wants to be more
So
upbeat.
I get they both make perfect sense. So.
You know what song I was waiting for at the tour? The one with him and Neo, and he did not
he don't
perform that song.
He's not used to
Why?
so many females there. I always tell him to do the Jodeci. He doesn't want to do the Jodeci.
Yeah,
He's
like
the
what? Like the women are there to hear his R&B side
Right,
too.
maybe he'll see this.
right. I hope he watching.
Listen, we got a show
Listen.
like next week.
We're going now.
We had like 5 shows at the end of this month. I don't even. It's like New Hampshire, Connecticut. I don't know, some Vermont, some random.
Y'all all over the place.
They just give
But
it
we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and I want to ask you about your producing, your son,
Okay.
and things of that. So it's your girl BX with Scram Jones and DJ Kamish. We'll be right back.
Outside the booth, y'all.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
First live one I've done.
So we going to go back on 35? We could go on 35 to 30 seconds. So that we could just
So
start.
that's 35 to 50, and then
Yeah,
And then you obviously will archive it later. You guys archive it, or if you missed it, that's it.
No, we archive it. My nephew, he does editing, so he cuts it up, makes the shorts, posts the shorts, and then we put the clips out on the IG page. Yeah, I sent the email to you. Did you get it? Probably not. It probably did. If it didn't, just let me know.
Yeah, I might have missed it.
all right, here we go.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
Outside the booth, we're back here. DJ Commish, BX, Scram Jones is here. DWI is here with us. We rocking. We were just talking about your
The
upcoming tour. Well, not upcoming because it's ongoing.
It's ongoing.
When did y'all start?
We started early in the month. Early in this year. When did we start? Maybe March. We had like 15 in a row. And then there's like a month off, and now it's like, they just keep accumulating dates. Like now we got another cluster, like 5 or 6, and then I believe Europe over the summer.
That's dope.
So he's just supreme clientele too. So it's kind of, he's milking the moment for that album, and but he's still doing the Wu-Tang tour. Like we're gonna be in Tokyo, and like they still got a separate tour going on with RZA
Really?
and everybody. So these guys stay busy. I mean, the Legacy Act, they're going to be touring forever.
Are you
Yeah, they'll
going
be
to
out
the
there.
Hip Hop Hall of Fame show? Are you going to
when
be
is that?
DJ? It's sometime this summer, right?
I want to say it's like August or
It's
something
the
like that.
summertime that it comes up, but they were just announced as being inductees yesterday.
That's
So I
incredible.
know that's crazy.
So-
It's only right that you.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
hope
I'll
they all
definitely-
hit the stage. I hope they all hit the stage that day.
Yeah.
Because it comes on HBO.
Does
So
it?
Yeah, it airs on HBO.
Where
didn't
is
know
it
that.
at?
I haven't slightest
Cleveland.
idea. That's where the Hall of Fame is?
How are they gonna? No one's gonna miss it. And Old Dirty son will be there representing Old Dirty.
Really?
His son looks just like him, so he
Yeah.
comes out and does his
Does he
songs.
sound like him too?
Yeah.
It works. I mean, the crowd's mostly saying the words when it comes to shimmy and stuff like that.
Right.
But the energy and the imagery is just like, it's fire.
Didn't his son play him in the Wu-Tang series, the saga? His son played him,
I
didn't he?
didn't see the whole thing.
I didn't see that.
Nah, he had the reality show though. They had the reality show
He did
They had a
something.
reality show?
on WeTV. Yeah.
Oh,
Growing Up
that's
Hip Hop.
crazy.
Growing Up Hip Hop, they was on
Yeah.
there. All of them. He got brothers and sisters.
So what's your
Wow.
thoughts on, first of all, before I go to that, back to you and producing, how did you and Dave East come together for the For the Love and the For the Love 2 album? Because my brother just put me on to For the Love. The way y'all took all the old songs and remade them, and he's a good storyteller too. How did that come about?
He's an
That was
underrated storyteller.
He is.
I think.
Yeah, he is. So me and him go all the way back to like 2014. So like he was, before he met Nas, before he met had a record deal, we got up, we were recording, we did a mixtape called Straight Outta Harlem that came out 2014. So he used to come to my house, sleep on my couch. Like he was like an up and coming, you know what I'm saying, artist. And then obviously after the mixtape came out, Nas got a hold of him and he got his record deal. So we have that long history. Now, I always told him, you got to be LL, bro. Like, the girls love you. Like, you feed in the streets and the streets love you.
But the women
you're-
love
you're-
you.
There's a huge audience that love you.
Right.
And that was the excuse. So I was actually, shout out to Set Free, because I said I'm going to his spot after this. But we were shooting something. Set Free had something for the NFL that he wanted East to do a rap for something like, it was like the Super Bowl, like a commercial or something, and he wanted me to just DJ like in the background. So while we were there, it was a couple weeks before Valentine's Day, and in between stuff, I started playing samples and stuff, and I finally told him, I was like, listen, we should do it. He liked one of the samples I was playing, and I'm like, bro, let's do a Valentine's thing. Like, that was the excuse to get him to do the girl
song.
record.
Right.
And it paid off, because we did that in like 3-4 nights. Like he did.
That whole album was done in 3
He
nights.
works super fast, and we're in a crowded studio. You know what I mean? So we knocked out, and I was just pulling samples from, like, I was actually playing more of a DJ role in those sessions than a producer role. I was like on the turntables finding, like, yo, what about this sample? Oh yeah, put on a loop. 15 minutes later, all right, boom. You know what I mean? And then it's like, and these are like quick songs, because he's not doing like, he'll do 1 or 2
long
verses. And we knocked out like 4 or 5 a night, and then like, by the end, so the first one we were gonna do the skits with Martin.
I heard that one.
So now the second one we did with Fresh Prince. Now I'm kind of mad that, because it's really 20 records, and online is only 6 or 7 of them, and I took my time to make every record glide, But because we just jacked mad samples and we're not
They
They
didn't
didn't
clear
get,
it.
they didn't all get
yeah,
cleared.
we didn't want to roll it. Like we got flagged on a few on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So like the lawyers are like, listen, let's just pick the ones that we really like the most. That could be like quote singles, and then people could go buy the full thing on your website. Which I get it conceptually, but then a lot of people are like, yo, I heard it, and I'm like, you didn't hear what I did to like, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right,
we
right.
literally
To
had
it.
the Fresh Prince, because we did the Fresh Prince this time, and we did all the skits, and I don't know if the world really wanted to go buy it, you know what I mean? So I probably should just post the whole thing somewhere.
You should. What's
at
the
this point.
website that they can get it on?
It's called something Join Loot. It's a I don't even know. You gotta it's a certain site that it's a new popular site that artists are selling on. And I forgot the name of it, but it's.
I'll get it from you, and then we'll
you can
post
find
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I'll
then we'll
just
put
get
it
for
out
you
there.
and send it to you.
That is so dope.
So, yeah.
Because I love the sample that you did with because I'm a New Edition fan. So I love
Candy Rain. Or
yes,
the three rains.
the
I did.
rain, and then sensitivity, and then
Oh, yeah, Sensitivity.
yeah, I love that. That was man, I love that album. It was good. I got to like the 6th song.
Yeah.
On that album, and Superhero, I like that for the
Yeah.
opening, and that's the
Yeah.
one with Martin
Yeah.
at the end of that with the skit.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I like
No, we
it.
had fun with it, man.
It's a dope album. So how did it come to number 2? Did you have to trick them into that?
Yeah. No, it was like full circle. It was like every time it was getting close to Valentine's, it's like, what's good? So we actually had that a year before, maybe even 2. Like we did it right away, but then for whatever reason, he was on tour, I was on tour. We just weren't connecting, and like, you know, Valentine's just showed up before we, you know what I mean? But then on the next year, I'm like, bro, we still got all these records. He's like, all right. I told him ahead of time, like December. I was like, look, we got a month right now. Like, let's just go dust them off. And that's what we did. And we went to studio, shot to Liravelli. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's a songwriter and an engineer, and he got a studio in Midtown. So we actually used that studio. The first one we used the Engine Room. That one we used this one, and we knocked it out. You know.
How many days did that take?
We only did like 3 or 4 sessions too, because they were almost already done. So it's kind of like picking and choosing. You know, he did a couple new verses. I gave him a couple new beats that he did quick, and then I just took the time to find the skits myself, and then we just sent it into mix and master. But then I was a little disappointed that the whole thing didn't come out on Spotify to see, because a lot of the ones that I like aren't on Spotify.
Those are
like,
exclusives.
And like I said, I was being a nerd trying to get everything.
Join
Right.
Lootly is
You know,
called. Join Lootly. It's on the screen. Join Lootly.
Join
Okay.
Luke?
Join
Thank you,
Lootly.
thank you.
Okay.
Join
You got
Lootly.
somebody. Murder is the meal on YouTube watching.
Oh, what up, Murder?
What up? What up?
All right.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
But that's
Move closer to the mic. Oh, pull it
Pardon me.
closer to you.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
now that's dope. I mean, so the recording process for you is like what? Like what do you when you step in the booth? What are you doing first?
Yeah. When I step into the studio, you mean?
I mean, not into the studio. Yeah. No.
Well, it's so if I'm with an artist, obviously it's kind of, and this is my whole thing, is like I love producing artists. I don't like sending beats. You know what I mean? Like I like, if you want to Scram, I need some beats. Send me. Yo, pull up and let's cook, because I'm shooting blind right now. Like I don't know what you're on right now. I'm gonna
Right.
follow what I think you like, and you may have enough of that, and I not realizing I'm not a one-trick pony.
Right.
We could do anything right now, whatever you want to do. Like I don't care what genre it is, you know, whatever you want to do. So I kind of like to go in. You know, there's usually some, as I call it, creative incense. You know, people light up. You know, we have a little bit of a listening session where it's like, you know, play me what you've been working on. I'll play what I've been working on, and then it's kind of like what you want to do. If they gravitate to something, I play. But if not, it's kind of like a discussion. You know, like, should I make something new right now? You know, or I'll just play stuff, and hopefully by like the 4th or 5th idea, they like it. But a lot of times, I like to create on the spot too. So it's kind of like going through samples, or letting them tell me, yo, let's do something for the club, or let's do something for the ladies, or let's find some 90s shit to flip, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of times I don't like wasting too much time on technical, you know, because that kind of sucks the energy at the room. So second I got like a good drum tap or a good, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not those guys that are going to be editing a snare and have the whole room sitting there for an hour while I get my snare right. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
The
right.
second I got a loop, I'm like, yo, just right. I'll fix it later. Like, I'm
Right.
going to mix it. I'll add more drums or whatever, but just right, because I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, get this shit done, you know?
Yeah.
And then a lot of times after like a first verse, if we feel like it took too long, I'll be like, yo, let's do something else. We'll come back to it. You know, I'm like a speed demon like that. I'm like a little ADD with it, where I'm like, I don't want to just sit on one record. Some people, God bless them, they'll sit all night and the shit will be done, polished, mixed, ready to go. But I'll have like 5 done, or 5 ideas done, and then the next day you're like, yo, that second one and that fourth one, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you got to reset your ear, you know? Sometimes you just got to reset it to listen to it. So that's kind of how I work.
If you had to choose, you have to choose one. Producing
I knew you were going to say that.
or DJing. You have to choose
that's
one.
so hard.
It's 2 different worlds, though.
I
It
know,
is.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's great at both of them, but remember, he started as a collector. He started doing this. He started doing the beats. He was having the battles in your house. Then you became the DJ. So now you started off with making beats. Then you DJing.
I'm not gonna answer this straight, but I'll lead up to it. Like, it's like DJing is the funnest shit in the world to me. You know what I mean? Like, I could DJ for hours. Like, when people book me, like, and they're like, we just need you for an hour. Like, a lot of times I'm like, unless I have somewhere to go, it's like a lot of times they might get 2.5 out of me. You know what I mean? If it's the vibes that we all like, not the club shit, not the new stuff that we are like. But like, I love it. I love it. I'm enjoying listening to the music just as much as the people. You know what I mean? Like, I want to hear this too, or I'm getting nostalgia too. So it's like therapy to me, But that being said, you're not really leaving nothing to the world. I mean, you're leaving these experiences, but like production is like creating, And it's like there's nothing like creating. Like, I created this from nothing. Like, how did I think it is? Did God whisper this in my ear? Like, it's like it's a great feeling to create and to share that. But it could be frustrating sometimes because you can't turn creativity on and off. So you may go in there and not feel like creating, and then you might just want to start DJing.
Right.
And like listen, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think it's more of an accomplishment when you produce and you like come out with something, you know what I mean, to the world. But DJing will never not be fun. Do you know what I mean?
It's just a fact. Like I put out my first record last year, right?
Yes.
And it's cool to leave something to the world, but man, DJing is.
So if you had to choose,
like
what would you
therapy.
choose?
It's therapy.
Music is therapy for me. So
Yeah, well, us too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's our number one therapy. It's like,
Yeah.
I spend a lot of nights where I probably in my head I'm like, I should be making beats, but I'll sit all night just working at DJ sets, like just making edits. Oh, this will sound good with this. Let me grab the acapella. Like, I'll do that all night long. But then in the back of my head I'm like, I could have made 5 beats and maybe got a big placement. But my brain is still in my sandbox, in my playpen. Like,
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like, so I'm not gonna answer that straight. Basically.
okay, so here's another question: today's club scene or our age group club scene?
Well, you know the answer to
Yeah,
that. We
come
talked
on.
off the air. With that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. Trust me, I do all. Like, I'll reiterate, I do all the new stuff, and I like the new music in that essence. Like, when you're in the club playing, let's say, trap music or playing Future and all that, like, and the bass is rumbling and that, like, something about those speakers and the way that those songs are mixed, like the frequencies that hit, it's an experience. So I'm loving it. I love the trap music when I'm in the club, But nowadays, the energy in the room is not the same as back in the days. People are going to hang out.
Yeah.
These kids are not dancing like that. You know what
No,
I mean?
they're not
engaging.
dancing.
They're
Nope.
not. They're in their own world. They might be loving it. It's stay packed to the end, but there's a little bit of a disconnect with the DJ.
100%.
Back, but then when I do an old school jam, and it's just like, I'm literally like oddball, like you know what I mean? Like, we're having a moment together, me and the people, like, yo, you can play, and I'm able to scratch and really show all the stuff that I practiced all these years. I can't pull all these things
And
out.
we singing with you when you're cutting off the music.
And it's
so
like you're appreciating the technical.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of technical. There's more mic work with the new clubs. Like, you're kind of like giving the
You're
show,
not gonna
oh,
pause that.
happy birthday, bottles
You're not
coming
gonna pause
out,
that.
bottles coming out. Like,
There's that, and then then there's also the what do you call it? The karaoke effect to certain things. So some people just be
Love
singing
sing-alongs.
alongs. Yeah.
yeah,
love
with
the
the
sing-alongs.
older stuff you're saying.
No, with
Oh,
the new
the
stuff.
Oh, yeah. Those are the moments. I mean, those are the moments that obviously we all look for. Like, we hope we have as
I
many as we
wait for
could.
those moments.
But like, now, look how big karaoke is in general, because people, and R&B parties,
Right.
become sing-along parties,
Yeah.
and people want that. That's fun for the DJs. Love to see people sing along. It's like it gives you the, you know what I mean? Like
It's crowd control for y'all too.
Right. And
Y'all
you know
get-
you're doing the right
you can
thing.
make people do what y'all want them to
Yeah,
do.
that's true. That's true.
And the drop of a volume button, you just turn it off and then it's still going.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's amazing. I mean, that's straight dopamine, right? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
when the
100%.
second they sing along, you're like, oh yeah, we're aligned.
Any
Whatever,
reaction
yeah.
you get is amazing. Like
Yeah,
if
and-
you get a reaction out of them, it's
And it's like I'm the type that I put not stars, but like mental stars next to the ones that I'm like, okay, these are the, and you try to line up as many of those star records in a row, because if you get like 10 sing-alongs in a row and the promoter sitting there like you just got them singing 15
Yeah.
minutes, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like I really take notes of like, okay, these are the records they're singing, and it's just like, obviously you don't want to empty a clip in like 10 minutes and then the rest of the night is dry, but
Right.
you could really like crush it if you mentally say, I know they're gonna sing to this, I know they're gonna sing to that. If I line these all up in a row, it's over. You know what I mean?
right.
It's over.
Right.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then I want to tap into a more deeper side of you so we can get to know who is Scram Jones.
Okay, let's
So
get
we'll
it.
be right back. It's outside the booth.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's
Yeah,
number
yeah.
one for
6 on the
throwbacks.
dot, right?
Not on the dot, but
So just do this next
I'm
segment.
I'm pretty good.
You okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'm. a little
We have two
warmed
more
up,
segments,
warmed
but
up.
I know you can't do 6:30.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that. No.
It's not. I'm good. I mean, I'm just concerned about my car, but in regards to the other event thing, I mean, that's, you know,
All right, so we'll
Okay.
go to 6:05 next one, right?
Okay.
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 All right, ready?
Yep.
Yes.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's number one for throwbacks.
Stay closer to the mic. Yeah.
We're back outside the booth. DJ Commish, BX, Scram Jones is here. Scram Jones is actually my neighbor.
Really?
like,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like,
you got to live like close to each
yeah.
other.
Where you at?
I'm in Yonkers.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. So
know
I'm,
that.
I'm
Have
right
you
over
guys
there. Yeah.
ever met or been around each other prior to today?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I went to his studio when the last time that Fly Guy was here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
didn't make that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were y'all doing?
Yeah, we did. We went up there just to
That's right. DWI
Y'all
was with
went
us,
upstairs,
right?
went upstairs? Y'all was right here.
Yeah.
I must have left.
Yeah. Yes, you did. You did.
I must
Shout
have
out to Fly Guy, man, and that's a perfect example of their part. That they're going back to the sing along and the R&B stuff.
He's the
Yeah.
king of it.
Crushing it.
Yeah.
Crushing
He
it.
kills
shout
it.
to headliner. Shout to the
Yeah.
What is it? The doo-wop party.
The
Oh, my
doo-wop party is
God.
amazing. Yeah.
And they'll have the artists pull up. They'll have Keisha Cole pull up. They'll
Yes.
have Tank hosting.
Yep.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? And they.
Their
I missed the
parties are
Super Bowl
fire.
one. I missed the Super Bowl one when they was in Vegas. I missed that. I had to get up out of there. I had to get up out of Vegas, and I ended up going to LA. And I missed it by a day.
I've been to
Yeah.
a doo-wop. And I went to the doo-wop without Fly Guy there, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
And I called him on the phone. I was like, "Yo, I'm here." He told me he put him on video. So whoever was DJing, I forgot the guy's name. He let him see, like, yeah, it's eyes on you all the time. Keep it rocking. That party was crazy.
party.
Yeah. Great party.
Great party.
For you as a DJ, what type of parties do you like that do it for you? That you be like, oh, I got to do this party.
I like daytime parties. You know what I mean? I like when the sun is shining and it's like you wind up spinning a different set than a nighttime party.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like it's like and I like DJing for music lovers. It's not just like hip hop. It's not like, oh, it's a hip hop party. I'm like a music lover party where I can mix a Bob Marley and a Stevie Wonder with a Wu-Tang and throw in like you could just be anywhere and as long as you do it smooth, you know what I mean? They just appreciate it and it's like and they have the knowledge too. So those are my favorite. And then, you know, when the sun is shining, like, it's just a different energy. Like, those are my favorite. Like, so summertime right now is, like, prime example.
So I
Like,
got a crazy, weird question.
okay.
So when you're doing these daytime parties, right?
Oh boy, I feel like
You're
some
doing these
craziness,
daytime
man.
parties and you moving and grooving. If you go back and you throw on a trap song, let's just say some Glorilla or something like
Yeah.
that. How do you feel when you see these older women like myself
Like this?
start twerking and acting wild?
Oh, I'm like, it's working. You're having a good time, man. I'm not judging you. I'm actually like, shit, I might be like Go. I might grab the mic. Be like, that's what it's all about having a good time. I'm not
It's
judging.
all about having
you know
a
what
good
I mean?
time.
If you enjoying the music, then God
But
bless them doing the
sometimes
right
the
thing.
songs come on and I just see women going crazy. Like me, you got me when my wig starts moving and I start sweating my wig off.
crazy.
That's like
The funny thing is, before I left here, I'll check my email. Before I left to come down here, I just realized that there's a new record from Sexy Red that just dropped today. So I'm like,
I gotta hear.
I don't know what the song's gonna be like, but
catchy
But it's
songs.
featuring somebody, right?
yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah.
really
She has
downloaded
catchy
it.
songs.
I'm
She
like,
has
what
catchy
if
songs.
I haven't heard it yet? So I'm like, but what if it's one of them joints that she, one of them summertime joints that she have? What are these women gonna do at these brunches and whatnot, and these
Man, it's
day
crazy.
parties?
It's a crazy time. It's a crazy time for the. I mean, it's a great time for the female MCs, but in regards to, it's like we were bugging when like. Okay, my neck and my back, or when Little Kim was doing her stuff, like that was like the beginning, or even whatever 2 Live Crew, but that wasn't the women saying it. It was more like you say, neck and my back, or like Little Kim. But like now, Sexy done took it to. We were laughing because I was like, yo, she took it to the bathroom when she started talking about. They took it from the bedroom to the bathroom. She's like, my booty hole.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Now we in the bathroom.
that song.
Right. Like now we in the bathroom.
That line, when I heard that, I was like, she didn't just say that. When I
she
first
did.
heard that, I was like,
yo, shock works. Like shock value works.
Yeah.
yeah,
that's
she
sold
shocked the
through the
heck
roof.
out of me. I tell you that. I was like, what? What did she just
Like I
say?
remember after COVID when Cardi and they dropped WAP. And,
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
thinking that they were going to drop, like, we just went through a whole crazy stuff. And not to say that's their lane to start, like, dropping, jewels about what the world is about. But it was, like, the weirdest timing, but it worked. It worked, but then I'm like, damn, what if someone got, like, a 7-year-old daughter singing that? Like,
Right.
Like,
They performed that at the Grammys. Remember when they had the outdoor Grammys when everybody was 6 feet apart, all the tables?
oh, yeah.
Yes.
And Cardi and Megan, they both performed that song. And I was like, this song is on prime time television.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was wild.
And they was just
But
bleeping
now
out
it's
the
so
words.
normalized. Like, it's so, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to, like I said, we never want to sound like old, like,
Yeah.
because I get it, but it's so weird because back in the days it was all metaphor. Sex was like metaphor,
Yeah.
love songs and R&B, and then it started coming out more and more vulgar, and now it's just like, it's so normalized, and like, and it's like if you don't do it, it's like you're a backpack rapper or so, like,
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Female rappers like a Rhapsody or there's that like that we respect, the culture does, but it's like these women are making a lot, making more noise or making more money, or they're getting played in the club, and it's kind of weird. It's like I don't want to judge because I play it and it works.
It works.
But
it's
it's
good
just-
music.
it's just interesting, though.
like you said, it's the shock. But for me, and sitting with guys like yourself, what is the hardest? Like, what was the hardest time of your life as a DJ, and how did you overcome it?
I think for all us DJs was COVID probably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Oh, and also when I lost my laptop, but yeah, I had a bad night one night and my laptop was gone, and that was like my life. It was backed up, so that was
Really?
yeah, it was crazy. It was a heartbreaking moment, but it was a lesson for me because I drank too much that night, and I had, this sounds like the dumbest story ever, but like I was done DJing, and I had to take a piss, right? But I had a long drive, not a long drive, I had to drive to New Row. So, I'm in New York City, 4 a.m, whatever, us guys will find a little corner and piss on, right? So put my bag on the, put my bag down to go take a piss. By the time I'm done my piss, I go right to my car. I forgot I put my freaking bag down. I didn't even mentally, I'm in cloud 9, so I get home and I'm like, where's my bag? I'm like, no way.
And
You know
when
what
you
I
went
mean?
back?
I start calling the management. Yo, go outside. They say, oh, garbage trucks just left and nothing's here. And I'm like, yo, and I started trying to follow it. At first, I was following it. Like, I think one of the garbage men took it. I might even been in. And then it just was off the radar. And I was just like, all right. Like, I had a backup from like maybe a year ago, year and a half ago. So, but still, we download every day.
Every day,
we're
yeah.
sitting there working out. So I was like throwing up. But I also told myself, you can't get smacked like that. Like, what's wrong with you?
That's number
Like,
one.
Yeah.
That's number one. And we all do that, right? Like we all
It
have.
happens to
It happens.
everybody.
Just call
It
it a
happens.
moment. You don't realize
Yeah.
you leave the booth and you're like, oh shit, I'm smacked.
Yeah. It happens. It definitely happens. But
Gosh.
the other thing is not having a backup, dog.
Nah,
Like-
that was me in La La Land. I mean, it was a while. It was long. It was over 10 years ago, but it was like I was not on point with that.
So how
Trust me.
often do you back up your music now?
Constantly. And ironically, someone just spilled them, I think 2 weeks ago. Actually, now my USB thing's not working and the speaker's crackling. So I got a guy that helps with the back. He's like, go back it up right now. I'm like making sure it's triple backed up. I still got to bring it to him to try to clean out. It works, but one of the USBs doesn't work in the speaker, so he's like, "Yo, get it to me." But I backed it up twice.
I know that's right.
You know, so but then otherwise it'll be. I would say for your question, it'll probably be COVID because I think everyone was like, the DJs just, you know, we all stopped making money for one, and then it was cool for a lot that went to Twitch and that now and went online. Because that was cool. You had a different connection and a different audience, and everyone was home. So even when I did like Instagram on live on Saturdays, I used to do a little bit, but I'd have like interesting people enter the room. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh shit, I got Eric Sermon in the room, Ghostface, Diamond D, like random people coming in the room, and you're just like, everyone's home. You know?
They're home.
And they enjoying the
obviously,
show.
D Nice took it to the freaking moon.
Yeah.
You know, which was amazing to watch. But still, I think a lot of people had a revelation. Like, am I really gonna go back to like, is this my moment of clarity where I reroute, you know? And I think a lot of people had that moment. I was like, part of me was also like, I don't want to go back to this club scene because it's like, I've been doing New York City nightlife for like 2 decades, you know what I mean? And it's like, you don't want to, it starts feeling like Groundhog's Day. And if you feel like that ceiling, you know, but then at the same time, you do have cool moments and it is steady income and you do want to stay relevant. So it's like, it's confusing, you know, and I did tell myself I wasn't. And then, you know, as we got out, you know, I started taking gigs again, and then here I am still DJing. But,
How does your son, or do you have more than one son?
I just have one, yeah.
So how does your son take or receive you being this big, huge, super DJ?
Listen, he grew up around it. He doesn't probably look at me. I mean, I'm his dad, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he's not gassed on his dad. I mean, he knows I put in my work, and he loves music too. You know, he actually, that was interesting over COVID is that I always made production on an MPC. You know what I'm saying? But he started making beats. He was at that time, he's 18 now, so he's freshman year in college. He goes to Atlanta. And he's producing, like he's actually like working at with Don Cannon and these guys at Generation Now. I got him an internship there.
Oh, nice.
So,
That's dope.
You know what I
That's
mean?
awesome.
Yeah.
He's a beast though. Like I know people don't. You're not supposed to like big up your kids.
You're
'cause
supposed to big up your son.
You know, but either way, rightfully so. Over COVID, he taught himself how to use FL Studios, and it was showing me, look, like he was playing me stuff, and I'm like, yo, how you got to sound like that?
Right.
Like, I'm telling you, got to switch. And a lot of people were telling me that because with the MP, it's like you're gonna chop your samples. It's gonna be some true school music, but the modern sound, you know what I mean, the sonics of it, you can't get that from the. Someone like Jermaine Dupri, yes, you could, you know. But like all the modern producers use FL, which is like, you know, you on your laptop. I'm used to hitting. Long story short is he made me switch my whole production thing over COVID.
Oh, that's dope.
Really?
And I started making beats on FL, and that was like a moment for me and him to have in that. So he actually helped. He helps me all the time because he knows the new music. You know, like he's tapped in. His Spotify playlist is completely different than mine. Yo, check this new artist. Check. Like he, you know, as much as I poured into him growing up and made sure he was on stage with me in the studio with me. Like he's been all over. But now he's pouring into me, putting me onto like that. This is what's cool. And this
Right.
This is what's going on.
So I seen that you had entered him into a beat making contest, and he came out top 3.
Yeah.
How was that night for him to be in the top 3 when he won that?
It was validation, you know. It was, and I was told, you know, we were gonna tell the judges not that he wasn't my son. We didn't want any like, you know,
favoritism.
Right. So it was so funny because. Who was it? Oh man, this is bad. What's this is the homie too. Anyway, one of the judges was like no, actually it was. I'm sorry, doesn't matter. Whoever it was, I can't think of. I'll think of it in a few. He's like, yo, how you know about? Because he was playing some hip hop joints. She was like, what you know about hip hop? He was pressing because you see some like. You know, white kid with glasses, like, you know, kind of shy and that playing. What do you know? Who, you know? And he's like, you know, I know something. Yeah, but how you know? You know, he didn't want to say like I grew up with my dad, like since a kid, you know. Right. But it was mad funny. But it was just validation, like for him to say, yo, I'm on a good path. Like I think it gave him confidence.
Absolutely.
No, I was very proud of him. And that was actually at Jay Hatch's thing. So, you know, rest in peace, Jay Hatch, you know. And that was his idea. Like, yo, we got something. We got another 15-year-old in the next one. Let's put your son in.
That's
and
awesome.
I was like, you want to be in this little thing? He's like, hell yeah. So it was Benny Boom's son. Benny Boom's son actually.
Wow,
so it was big, and they wound up making beats together after, and that they wound up being cool. So they both entered it. He might have, I think he got either first or third. He was one of the top 3 too. But either way, just to be in that room,
awesome.
like it gave him validation, and I was thankful for Hatch for even, you know,
that's awesome.
letting him do that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
What's next for me? Right now I'm trying to I'm in between studios right now because I'm leaving Engine Room, and because I'm basically what's next for me is probably not what people expect. I got a lot of music that's not hip hop that I really want to come out with. You know what I mean?
I heard a couple of those joints.
Yeah, I
I heard a couple of those
I just
joints.
don't know how to market it. I don't know if it should be under my name or not because it's so left field of what people associate me with.
Right.
But I do really believe in them, and I want to show my growth as a producer and just music in general. So I'm really confused of how I should drop it, and they're just sitting in my hard drive. But I'm looking forward to showing, you know what I mean, some other type styles of music that I've written or produced. So that's something that when I get this new space, I'm gonna really hone in and see if I can think of a new umbrella to put it under or just reinvent it. I'm always gonna be hip hop. That's my DNA. But I do want to show some growth. I don't just make.
You're not a one-trick pony.
Yeah,
Right.
You got your jack of all trades, master of many.
Okay, I'll take that.
Master of many.
Done. But it's
Master of many.
Yeah,
So
appreciate
we're going to take another break, and then we're going to come right back. We're going to close it out. This is the only show where your favorite DJs step outside the booth and sit down and share their experiences. It's your girl BX, DJ Commish,
Yep.
Scram Jones, outside the booth. We'll be right back.
The new Party 1019.
I
The
play
new
that
Party
jam?
1019. New Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019.
Oh, my bad.
We're in the chat room right now.
Oh, my
That's what's up.
bad.
That's what's up.
Throwbacks.
Yeah, Commish, you going to bring us back?
Yeah.
We on.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I'm waiting for the sound. I ain't hear nothing. I'm like, oh, wow,
It
okay.
definitely came on.
My bad.
And we are back.
Yeah,
outside
we are
the
back.
booth.
Yeah.
Scram Jones in the building.
Yo, so Scram, we was talking about your son during the break, right? And you had mentioned something interesting. You was talking about you're like, man, I don't even know how to use iMovie, but my kid knows how to do, edit
Final
and all that
Cut,
stuff,
Adobe,
Final Cut,
all
everything.
that.
I was doing the same thing yesterday. I was making content yesterday, and I'm like,
What the heck?
yeah, I'm like, I gotta
it's-
edit this stuff or what? You know what I mean?
It's like they grew up in a whole different. They're wired differently.
They
and like,
grew
Yeah.
up in the Matrix.
Yeah, which is interesting. Like not
Yeah.
for nothing, because even my son has told me I kind of wish he's like, I kind of wish I grew up in the '80s, because he sees like like what's that, Stranger Things or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, we were in the moment, like there was no
There was
distraction.
no phones, none
We
of
were on
that.
our bikes to the the sun, the lights came down,
Rotary
whatever.
phones and all
And
that
it was
crap.
just like, and also we got to witness the renaissance of the biggest music. Like, I mean, he can't, the you know what I mean, excitement around hip hop, when we used to like stay up and like, record Stretch and Bobbito on Thursday nights, or listen to whatever, and record it on the cassette and write
Yes.
down the words or whatever. It's like we were so infatuated, and it was so exclusive,
Yep.
and it was and it was about skills.
Or how about buying a record and reading the credits?
Yes.
You know, like-
I was about to say, like, I
Like,
really
who
wish
did
they
what?
go
Just
back to
music
that.
being tangible.
Yeah,
Just in general, music
like
tangible.
we used to know who the ghostwriters were. Excuse me. We used to know who the ghostwriters were, who the producers were. Now you don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't know. I want to know whose music I'm really.
Yeah, not everyone wants to collect. Like, I want to collect records. It's like, I mean, my whole basement is records, but it's like, that was like such a crazy era that, I mean, they're having their own moment. I'm not going to say that they're not having their own moment, but they missed, like, we're totally in technical world. Like, there's no turning back. Like, the kids that are being born today are like, they'll never be able to, we're actually the last generation that got to live through both. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to see everything.
We got to see
literally.
everything from the 70s, the 80s, all the
I
way
mean,
up until now.
I
And these
tell
kids are getting-
I tell DJs, especially younger DJs now, I tell them, like, listen, when I started DJing, we went from vinyl to CDs to MP3s in 5 years. In 5 years, from 2000 to 2005,
Wow.
we went from vinyl to Serato.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That 5 year period was crazy.
Don't
Yeah.
forget the mini disc.
And the mini disc, right?
The mini disc.
Yeah.
Gotta say the mini disc.
Yeah.
We went from VHSs, Betamaxes to
Wow.
DVDs.
That's a wild time. You know what I mean?
Now everything is streaming.
Someone was reminding me about the tissue we put in a cassette, and that just, how you would put
Yeah.
the tissue on top so you can record over stuff.
Yep.
I was like, I forgot about that. And then,
Or you use the
balancing
Scotch
needle-
tape, or you use the
pennies on
Scotch
the
tape.
needles.
Pennies on the needles. Yep.
Like all of that. And then I told the story too about how all the friends would always want to come, like, yo, let me carry a crate to the club, like just
to
so they
get
can
in
get
club.
it. But
Yep.
end of the night, where are your friends?
Gone.
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 And you drunk with 4 shits. You might be drunk. You would like, you took a ladder up to some freaking everything out the sleeve, and you're like, yo, my friends are.
Crabs.
I'm sorry, swearing.
Right.
But that's another memory here.
Yeah.
So, top 5 DJs. Who is in your top 5?
Oh wow,
Oh, wow.
that's hard. That's hard.
That's a tough question.
I might have to go over 5. Well, it's funny. I was just asked this too, because it's kind of like, so growing up, obviously, I was the first visuals of DJs. It was 3 different people. It was, well, the first real visual might have been Jam Master Jay with, like, Walk This Way, seeing the videos.
Yeah.
Kid Capri really, like, for the Def Comedy Jam when we still watching that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He
Absolutely.
should be like, yo, he's killing it.
Yep.
And then Jazzy Jeff, just based on, the album, just also visuals. So them 3 kind of like put me on to, like, what does a hip hop DJ look like? What does he do? Later when I wanted to nerd out and like learn how to scratch and that, like, I would watch the battles. So I would see Qbert, or I would see Rock Raider, or I'd see DJ Rectangle who had the vinyls with all the different sound effects that we would like buy.
Right.
So those like 3 right there, they're not even like, they're household names to us, maybe.
Right.
I don't know any of
But
them.
exactly. I knew
Right.
were
You
gonna
don't
say
know
that.
Qbert?
I don't know Qbert. No.
Wow.
So he was like the first to, like, so he won like the world in like 91 or 92 or probably a few years in a row. But he was, doing like, he had a tone record. No one had ever done a tone record. It was playing like Mary Had a Little Lamb, like do 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 do, like and we're like, and then he would like flip the record upside down and start like he was just super creative, and it just like opened our eyes, like, and then Rectangle also, he also just had crazy routines that I remember watching a million times, and but now like I love DJ Craze right now. He's another world champion, but he's still like out,
Right.
cooking. Scratch Bastard, super beast.
Oh, yeah.
I love rocking with him. I did a bunch of stuff with him, and
He still has his barbecue
yeah
every summer, right?
Yeah. Every month he's just he's got it. So. I love being around those guys. I always say, these guys are my tribe, like fellow nerds. Like, I love nerding out with like fellow nerds in a sense, and that's what I call them. I'm like, you guys are nerds, bro. Like,
So what made you want to start mixing and scratching and doing the tricks that you do? Is it from watching those battles back in the day?
Yeah, probably, as a teenager, just they were toys. You know,
Right,
what I mean?
right,
To
right.
be able to manipulate some of your favorite songs, like to be able to do it. It took a while to learn, but it was addictive. You know, like you can attest, like it's very addictive. Like you'll sit there for hours, and then if you get sick of this record, I throw another one on. Like, and you'll sit there until you start working it out. And I realized, you know, I was catching it and just loving it and realizing that you could use it as an instrument, like be a turntablist, as they say. You
Yeah.
know? But that's real because we're using the turntable as an instrument. So I'm all about, you know, just trying to be as creative as possible, you know, with what we got. And then, like I said, once Serato happened, I mean, I was battling with the vinyl and that, but once Serato happened, it's like
Yeah, it was
technology. Like now,
It just took off.
it's like now you could do. Now I'm like producing sets instead of DJing sets. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're doing live remixes that you may not even know how it's gonna come. You just may just, all right, I'm gonna drop these drums when I come in with this new song. I mean, drop the melody of this song with the stems and come in with this, and it may just be a marriage, and you're like, I never did this, but this sounds like a remix. You know, like
Right.
you're doing like live
remixes.
This is just so many toys right now, so I love it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when you did the Redman, you did
Oh,
one
the
of the
Bob
Red.
Marley thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
in DC, I was like, oh nah, he's bugging.
It's like but it's like sky's the limit. As long as you think of it, there's a way. Like if I'm
Absolutely.
like, okay,
You
I
went
want to.
crazy with that. You went crazy with that. I was like, oh nah. I was recording. I have it on video, so that's what made it even better.
That's
I'm like,
hilarious.
that's crazy.
It's fun. It's challenging. Yeah, and I love it. I say it's like crossword puzzles. Like I'll be home like all night, like just trying to connect songs or connect dots and that, and it's like, but it's like relaxing to me. Like it's like a hobby. Like, okay, what did you say in this song? Who else said this? Or what sample is this? Or like, you know what I mean? And like, or what would this sound like if I put it over this? Like, if I just be doing that for hours, like half the stuff probably won't even like, you know, it's a lot of stuff is just in my computer, like ideas. Like one day someone will hear it. Like, you know, other ones, you know, you're looking forward to that event where you're like, all right, I'm gonna pull this.
How
Right.
many artists do you have songs with that's never hit the airways?
Wow, they never hit the airwaves.
Yes.
Got a great
And who?
a graveyard
And who?
hard drive.
And what are
Hard
who's
drive's a
on
graveyard.
those? Who's
Right.
on those records? Like what artists are
Oh,
on
that's
those
gonna
records?
sound like a diss. Then you're saying people that didn't.
No, I'm not saying like you guys never released it, but
so-
y'all recorded so much work. Like say you did some songs with Jadakiss that you know
Yeah.
that you got some heat,
Yeah, I got
but
some
you
Jadakiss.
just never, you guys just
Yeah.
never
Yo,
released
me
it
and,
yet.
over COVID, me and Jim Jones did a full album
Really?
over Zoom. 15 records. Everybody's on it. Rick Ross, T.I., 2 Chainz, Wiz Khalifa. Never dropped it.
What?
What happened?
That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying?
Never dropped it. We dropped one single with Fabulous called Filet Mignon. We did a video in Bahamas. And then it was more behind the scenes stuff. Like we did a deal with a certain label. They actually gave us money. Like we still actually owe them the project, quiet as kept. But years have gone by, and you know what it was? It was that like most of the beats were non-sample, but the ones that were samples, they got flagged. And he was kind of upset that the label did that prematurely because he's so used to, you know, drop it and like rather ask for forgiveness than permission type of
Right.
mentality. And it shut down some of our big joints where it's like I had a KRS sample. I did the Groove Theory one. I redid that. I did they flagged that. They flagged the KRS one. They flagged I think we used the Skip Marley one. Like whatever it was, they were just no, and he was just so tight.
You should
Yeah,
go back
yeah.
and they would say yes today because it's different people there now. So maybe they could say yes today.
And then it's like it was a couple other things like a video. We did a thing with 2 Chainz. The video got leaked early, and we're like, yo, how did this get? It was a bunch of stuff, and then finally like
It was little things.
it was little things.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, he's the type to just pivot to the next thing. He just jumped right with Mano, did the Lobby Boys thing, and
Yes,
you
that's
know,
right.
that was right when he pivoted to that.
Uh-huh.
And you know, I just waited till the smoke's clear, and I guess the smoke is not still clear because I'm still waiting. I mean, I bother him all the time. He's like,
I can't
Scram,
wait. I
we're gonna
can't
drop
wait.
it. But we can't use all. We're gonna use like 7 of them. One thing I was proud of though is that every single joint I gave him the hook for. Like every joint that I played him had a chorus on it, and that's something that I really wanted to do. Is that when I'm in the studio, I want to sell records, not beats. You know what I mean? So if I have a fire beat, I'm calling my singer, you know, vocalist that I know, put a hook to this, put a hook to this, and if it's fire, it's like now, you know, when you give it to an artist, it's like fill in the blanks, like it's
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So I was really proud that I even like one of my singers that I'd signed to me, like CeeLo Green, wound up re-singing a hook of that on that project, which never
Oh.
came out.
You
And
got
I-
some songs.
yeah, like that's the thing. It was like a huge flex for me.
Right.
Right.
And it's just the flex
It's
is in the hard
sitting
drive.
there. It's sitting there.
So I got that. Yeah, me and Ghost did a bunch of stuff ironically over COVID too.
Okay.
Just sitting there. You know, the
Wow.
rapper Nems. I mean, I got a Cool G rap verse. I got a Fred the Godson verse. I got a Jada
got Fred
verse.
the Godson,
I got a
rest in
crazy
peace.
Fred the Godson verse that I'm like, damn, what am I gonna do with this? But I got a bunch of random verses.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So with you on this tour with Ghostface and you're seeing the up and coming talent, like what do you think of the artists that are opening for him?
They're actually nice. They're on the road with us. Like a lot of them are from Staten Island, and they're nice. They're nice. I mean, it's confusing because you don't know because the audience has shifted. It's kind of like they're doing it for the right audience. It's true hip hop. It's true bars. But it's just like it's just you wonder if the young kids are gonna. I mean, it's not for it. I mean, there's different customers for different music. You know what I mean? But because they're coming under Ghost and coming under that same world and they're coming with bars, you know.
Yeah.
So they are nice. The ones that we bring around, I don't. Other
The
ones.
one female rapper, I don't know her name. She did a good set when I was there.
Oh yeah.
She was good. She was sexy. She was cute. She was clear. She had bars.
She's fire.
Yeah, she's good. I don't know her name though. I only seen that was my first time ever seeing
That's
her.
the homie. Damn, I'm fried. She's fire. She got a story too. You know what I mean? She
Really?
got a story. She did like 10 years in the feds and that. She's about to write a book. Like she's literally like got a story to tell.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
And what the heck? I gotta look
I'm
him
sorry, you gotta look her up.
Probably killing me. We've been in Europe all over together.
And y'all going out
fried.
again? Is everyone that's on the tour going, or just certain few?
Yeah, that's a good question. Aisha Hall. Yo, Aisha, I'm sorry, Aisha. I'm fried. Of course, I know your name. What the hell? That's my homegirl. But she's fire because she'll do like a regular rap. You know what I'm saying? But then she'll do a trap. She got the trap records. She'll do the acapellas, and like I say, she definitely got a story to tell. So I think.
And she's attractive.
Yeah.
So for her to come out spitting the way she did and still look good,
Yeah.
it was like. It was a
Yap
plus.
City is the crew that they that's
Oh,
the
that's the
flag.
name of them?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
like Ghost's
okay.
crew. Yap City.
Gotcha.
That's what's
Gotcha.
up. That's what's
Gotcha.
up. So before we go, I like to ask all of our guests, if you had to speak to a young and up and coming Scram Jones, what advice would you give him?
Come out with your music. I have so much music that I overthink to release. You know what I mean? I don't release enough personal music. Like I make music all the time, but I don't release it. It's kind of like that's one thing.
Why is that?
It's weird. It's like what's the saying? Over analysis is paralysis. You know what I mean? Like
I never heard that one. I like it though.
So it's kind of like by overthinking and not knowing if it's at that 100 mark. I'm a very creative person, but I'm not super technical. So I'm always like, can this be mixed better? Can I spit this better? Or because I have joined spitting too. I came into the game spitting, ironically, but so I would basically just say be a little more fearless with it, and also don't smoke as much weed, kind of, and also don't mess with crazy women. Yeah.
So you probably had one crazy woman.
I had multiple that lived with me, and I had multiple.
What constitutes a woman to being crazy?
Now the whole podcast.
That's
is
a
gonna
whole
go
nother
somewhere
show.
else.
Oh,
No, yeah,
I'm just
I don't
saying
know if you
because
don't know someone till you live with them. Let's just leave it at that.
Right,
That is
right,
the
right.
truth.
Peel the layers early,
Right.
because if you're gonna peel them, you might be like, I don't have a. I mean, God bless my son. Blessing, but be careful who you have children
when you
with
leave
too.
it in,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't be in the leave it in gang if you don't know that you want to leave it
Yeah,
in gang.
yeah. Don't shoot
Wow.
up. Don't shoot up the club. If
Wow.
you got,
Club killers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
nah,
get it.
but that's something, and I tell my son this too. Like, don't get derailed. Like, be selfish right now, not in a bad way, but like, reach your goals. You got momentum. Your college, just that. Like, girls are gonna want to be with you and that and all that. But it becomes a full-time job. It's great to have companionship, but it's like sometimes it's like you know what I mean. Keep your momentum and don't let one text message could drain you for the day. Like
Yeah.
just stay on your shit right now, and you have your whole life to.
Ahead of you to
Because
mess up.
you do it too early. I have so many talented friends that got 1,000 kids that have crazy baby mama drama, and I'm almost sad for them because they're so talented.
Right.
But there's no way that they could do the artist like.
They can't focus on it.
They
It's-
can't. They can't
yeah.
in the studio.
They're too
Yeah.
busy fighting demons.
Yeah. Kids are blessings, but still, like,
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it.
Well, you heard it here first
to leave on
from
that
the
note.
man. Word from the wise. Don't
Word.
leave it in, gang.
That's
unless
hilarious.
you're sure you want to leave it in, gang.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. This one right here, man.
Just saying. Well, I want to thank you for coming through.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. And I'm going to be looking forward to getting those exclusives that no one else got.
Yeah.
I won't post them, but I'm definitely going to rock to them.
Let's go.
Everybody, give it up for our special guest, Scram Jones.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Here in
having
the
me.
building.
That was
Thank you,
dope.
thank you, thank you. It's your girl, BX.
DJ Commish.
We are outside the booth.
Later, y'all.